Hello and welcome to the January 2025 monthly update. Hello, welcome. I will start with probably the most significant update at the moment. You can see part of it here. These two poles, this pole and this pole, are part of the apparatus, however that word is pronounced, of the green screen. I've bought a green screen. I've recorded one video with it so far, a gaming video. Because usually, of course, the face cam in the gaming videos will be a little circle up here. But I really like the videos that I've seen other people make where they're like a little they're behind a green screen and they're in this corner here, behind a green screen, you know what I mean, where they're sort of cut out in this area. So that, I've tried that out for a video. It'll be going up on Wednesday, the first Wednesday of next month, Wednesday the 5th. And I just want you guys to tell me if you like it, if you think it looks good. I'm probably going to continue using it anyway, but it is a bit of a pain to set up, which is why I have to have these here kind of halfway set up already, because obviously they're out of the box and I have to just move this one over there, and then this bit here moves, and then the green screen is clipped on with these clips. You can kind of see that clip there. So it's quite complicated to get set up, but it worked quite well. As a matter of fact, I can show you a kind of preview of it if you want, which I don't know if you do, but I'm going to show you anyway. Let me just get it ready. Hello. Badooba. So that's what it looks like, kind of cut out in the bottom left corner. I like how it looks. You guys need to tell me what you think, and if you guys really like it, I'll continue doing that for all future gaming videos. I quite like it, so I think I'm probably going to continue doing it like that. But obviously I'm guessing it's really up to you guys. It's really not. It is my choice. And that is probably what I'm going to continue doing. But nevertheless, we will see, won't we? It'll be a surprise for everyone. So that's that. Then the only really other thing I've done this month. Oh, and I need to talk about this as well before I forget. I mentioned this not in the vinyl record video. I mentioned this in the video I made on Christmas. Some books have arrived, basically, which I don't know when I'm going to be doing a book collection update, but it'll probably be, if I do it, it'll probably be in December now, after I've gotten some more books. But I'm just going to show you the 3 that have arrived this month. I ordered these before Christmas, but they didn't arrive until this month, so I'm going to show you these. So basically, it is Isaac Asimov's Foundation trilogy. There's the first one. I've read this entirely, in its entirety. I thought it was a 1960s copy, but it turns out it's not, because it has a barcode on the back, which I only noticed when I was reading it. So it's from the 80s at the earliest, or like 1979 at the earliest. But it's the same design as the 1966 copy. I really like these covers as well. On all 3 have kind of matching covers. This was okay. It was not fantastic. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Numerical ratings are always kind of dodgy, and I don't take them too seriously, but they're just kind of a rough. A number is never as good as a proper description, you know. But this is just I don't know. It's kind of just people talking the whole time. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I know it's meant to be like a classic, and maybe when I'm older I'll be able to appreciate more. I don't know. And then I've got halfway through Foundation and Empire, which is the second book in the series. I've gotten halfway through this. This I've enjoyed it even less than the first one so far. And then Second Foundation is the third book, and I haven't started it yet. So basically that's that. But they look very good together, so I'll just hold them up next to each other so you can see everything. So there they are. So that's that. But then the only video I've uploaded to this channel, the only thing I've done this month, as it says here, obviously I've recorded more gaming videos and I'm still going on the gaming channel. But I've updated every Hi Guys ever, which was a video I made a few years ago where I combined every single time I said Hi Guys on this channel. I say it in every video on the gaming channel, so that would be quite difficult to do. But basically, yeah, so yeah, that's it basically. I added all the more recent ones, and that's that. Things I've watched this month, I have continued with My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. It's a wonderful show. Wonderful. In fact, I watched an episode of it. I'm nearing the end of season 7 now, but of course I don't add the link until I've actually watched it. It's a good show. It's a good show. Not much else to say about it. Anyway, I don't know why I link it if I'm not going to talk about it. I just like being honest. I've watched it. What are you going to do about it? Anyway, so it's good. I can't remember any of the plot points in it. It didn't really seem to have like a season arc like some of the others did, but it doesn't really matter. Season 7's going very well so far as well. I still think season 5 is probably the best so far that I've watched. But anyway, then I watched a documentary about Bottom called Bottom Exposed, which came out last year. But only just came out last year, as in like right near the end of it. Which was quite good. I don't know. It's not the best documentary I've ever watched about Rick and Ed. It contained a lot of stuff that I already knew, but it did contain some footage, some like studio footage of them talking to the audience, which I hadn't seen anywhere else before. So it was quite good in that way. But yeah, that's that. Things I've listened to. I haven't listened to any albums this month. Not even albums that I already own. I haven't even listened to any vinyls this month. But nevertheless, it was that. That's what I've listened to this month. Plans for next month, as I said, I'm going to continue gaming videos. You guys obviously need to tell me what you think about the green screen. If you like it, I'll continue using it, and if you don't like it, I'll probably still continue using it, unless I can't be bothered. Because it does take about half an hour to set it up, even from this. I mean, this is halfway set up, having these things here. It still takes about half an hour to get it set up properly. So it's not like I used to be able to do where I could just, on a whim, within a couple of minutes, be ready to record a video. I need to be sure, but that's fairly easy. But we'll find out. And it takes a lot more editing, because the one where I just have my face up in a circle here that's just a preset. I have all those things preset, so I can just bang, 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 and then I have the video as it is. With the green screen, obviously the lighting is going to be very slightly different each time, which means the green is going to be very slightly different each time, which means I'm probably going to have to do it manually each time and select the green and make sure it's the right shade and stuff like that. And I had to use multiple chroma keys because of the shadow, so I had to use one for the brightest part of the green and the darkest part of the green to kind of blend them. But it did work, like I showed you that clip a couple of minutes ago, and I do think it worked quite well. But basically, that is that. This is going to be one of the shortest monthly updates in a while. I just haven't really done anything. I've been reading a lot, that's the main thing. I've been reading, I've read... Am I going to talk about... See, I was thinking I was going to be doing a video at the end of the month. But it does actually make sense to do... I mean, a video at the end of the year, but it actually makes quite a lot of sense to do it at the end of the month. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. So, books that I've read this month. I have read The Shape of Space. I can do this again, can't I? Oh, can I have face cam? There we are. So we start with this, The Shape of Space by Larry Niven. You can see these are the other books that I've read as well. But as far as I talked about these in December, or I think I did anyway, and you can see the rating I've given them each year. So 4, 3.5, 3.5. So The Shape of Space by Larry Niven. It's a short story collection. Science fiction mostly. There's a couple of other things in there. I gave it a 3 out of 5 because some of the stories in there, a couple of them, particularly there's a couple of there that are set on Mars, and they're kind of related to each other. Like there's one that's a sequel to an earlier one, and they're set on Mars. Those could be expanded out to a full book, and they might be a 5. But then there's a couple of ones out there that are just kind of nothing, and that kind of brings the overall rating down. And there are some that are just okay. So overall, it was about a 3. But if just going by the best of them, it could have been a 5 if it was expanded out. Then I read Restauré by Anne McCaffrey. It's my first book I've read by her. I didn't like it. I gave it a 2 out of 5. It was just too long. I felt it could have been quite good if it was maybe 150 pages. Like this one, Doctor and the Daleks, that's perfect being that short, 157 pages. If this was that long, it might be quite good, but it just drags. Especially towards the end, it just really drags. So I gave it a 2, because I was just bored of it by the end. But it's an interesting concept. I feel like it's barely science fiction. It's basically just like sort of a political fantasy set that just happens to be set on another planet, and that's really the only thing that makes it science fiction. It's kind of a very similar problem that I have with Foundation, actually. But yeah, so I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I mean, look at the cover. The cover would imply that there's like spaceships flying around everywhere and stuff, and there really isn't. So yeah, that was that. Ringworld, it's my second time reading Ringworld. I gave it a 5. I knew I was going to give it a 5. Because it's my favourite book I've ever read. Larry Niven is probably my favourite author. If he's not my absolute favourite, he's tied with Arthur C. Clarke. But definitely one of my favourites, and you can see the date that I finished them all here. So yeah, that is that. Ringworld by Larry Niven. My favourite book of all time. And then I read Foundation. Like I said, I gave it a 3. It was just... I don't know. It's just not my thing. Again, it's a lot of problems I have with it. I also the problems I had with Restauré, that it's just kind of people talking, and it's certainly more science fiction because it involves spaceships a lot more, and people hopping. But again, it's because it's kind of a short story collection, Foundation, but it's considered a novel because it's not like The Shape of Space where they're all completely unrelated. They are related to each other, but they are still kind of short stories, and the characters don't really repeat from one to the next like a couple do. And it's one of the things where if the best of the stories in there were expanded out to novel length, it'd be really good. But there's some in there that bring it down a bit. And the second one is even worse so far. From what I've read so far of Second Foundation. I don't know why he did that. He made Second Foundation the third book. It's very strange. This one, Foundation and Empire, I'm halfway through the. Well, it says 37% there, but it's in two parts, and I've read the first part, which is evidently 37% of it. So the first part so far is only about 2 out of 10. So unless the second part, this remaining 63% is better, then there's going to be trouble. And then it's which is why it says currently reading 2, because I don't like reading multiple books at once. But I'm not. I've just put this one on pause, and I'm reading this one, which is another Doctor Who related one. This is System Shock. I've already read this book again, so I'm reading it for the second time. This was the book, and I have it here. There it is. You can see it's the same. Well, it's mirrored slightly there. Slightly. It's mirrored completely. But that is System Shock, which is the first book that got me into reading as an adult, because my dad, I obviously read when I was a kid, and when I was even younger my dad used to read stories to me, but my dad's a train driver, and sometimes in train stations they'll have like a little library thing where you just take a book and leave like some money and stuff like that, and he saw this and he picked it up for me, and it is the first book that I read like as an adult. It was the first kind of adult book that I read, and it was really good. I mean, this is what got me into reading it as an adult, basically. I mean, when I say adult, I mean like 15, you know, as in like more mature reading, because this is a violent book. I mean, I know it's Doctor Who, but it's like there's blood, there's language in it. It's quite graphic at parts, which is really good, and it helps that it's my favourite Doctor and my favourite companion as well. But yeah, I mean, this is it says it's 3.2. That's the average review. I'm probably going to give it more than that. But yeah, it's been many years since I've read it. So yeah, that is that, and that is all the books that I've read this month. So yeah, there. So basically, that is it. Only 18 minutes, which is not the best length. But yeah, that's basically it. I know I'm a bit late to doing the live stream today. I try to do these at 4, but I didn't get up until 5 because I forgot that I was going to be doing this live stream today, so I didn't set my alarm. So that's why the live stream is this late, whereas usually I try to do it earlier. Not that it really matters, but anyway. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, join me in the gaming channel next month, and you'll see if you like the green screen that I've got going on, and I'll continue using it in future videos because I like it. I don't know. I'm worried about it for one reason, and that is because obviously some games like have subtitles that come up across the bottom of the screen, and if you have me cut out over here, I might be covering up some of those subtitles, and that's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. But it doesn't. I don't think anyone cares really. It's because there was a time when I did have my face cam down in this corner, but it wasn't cut out because I didn't have a green screen back then. So it's just like a semicircle cut out of this corner with my face in it. You know, it was about that big in some of the videos. It was very big. It was like covering the whole quarter of the screen sometimes. And it just covered the subtitles when I was playing games, and so that's why I moved it up to the top corner. I think it'll be fine. We'll find out. And I'm always worried about changing the face cam like halfway through a series, because obviously I'm halfway through Half-Life 2 and I'm halfway through Outlast 2. I say halfway roughly. And And so having the kind of face cam that I'm using change halfway through is big. I don't know. But anyway, I think it'll be fine. And that is that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have had a good January. I hope you have a good February. I know I'm going to. And I'll see you guys in the next thing that I do. Ooh, yay.